And to fill in the gaps, if you're missing anything, it's time for a conversation with the one, the only Father Matt Frisbee. It's time for a Sports Roundup. Good morning to you, Father.
Hey, Father.
Good morning, Dave and Ron, and all of our listeners. Good to be with you. I want to start in the world of baseball and somewhat tangentially related to the Tribe, but not completely, a little bit more of a local story. So last night, if you were watching the Cleveland Guardians, the Cleveland Indians, the Tribe, it was painful if you were a fan of Cleveland. They played the Astros, who very losing record this year. The Astros have, but the most interesting thing was that in the seventh inning, the Astros brought out a relief pitcher by the name of A.J. Blubaugh, and A.J. went to Clear Fork High School down in Belleville. And was a parishioner of mine at Resurrection Parish in Lexington.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When I was pastor down there. So, and AJ would lecture at Mass and all that kind of stuff. So, to see him pitching last night. And, he got Jose Ramirez out, struck out. Kyle Manzardo got someone else out. I mean, it was 3 up, 3 down. So it was really great.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job, and his brother and sister and mother and father, the whole family was there. They had like 100 people that got on a school bus and came down to watch him. And they actually interviewed him. I mean, you got Guardians announcers that are interviewing these Houston Astro fans because of AJ. It was cool.
Yeah. So that was really great. I was really happy to see him do so well. And
that's neat that he was a parishioner of yours. Wow.
Yeah. So. Great family. He's a good guy. His grandmother's wonderful too. So that was really great. And just thinking about the Tribe, there's still a half game up on the Tigers. Tigers had a great little weekend there. The Guardians have blown some games last week. I mean, they blew that game against the Cardinals and then also the Orioles. These birded teams that they're struggling with. But we'll see. It's a long season. But, what we really should get into talking about this week is the NFL draft. Ohio State had their spring game on Saturday. Hard to take stuff away from that. Let's talk about the NFL draft, because if you're a Browns fan, this is what you live for.
Right.
And with that, too, we should say the Bengals' big trade. They traded away the number 10 pick to the Giants for Dexter Lawrence, defensive tackle. So that was a big trade right there. So that gives the Giants, I think, the number 5 pick and the number 10 pick. So it'll be interesting to see what the Giants do with that. I think 2 years in a row for them that they've got 2 first-round picks. And really the questions are we know Fernando Mendoza, he's going number 1 overall to the Raiders.
Right.
Then the next question is, how many Buckeyes get selected in the top 10? Because you look at some mock drafts, and some of them have 3.
Yeah.
Arvell Reese, Carnell Tate, and then Caleb Downs. And then you have to ask the next question, will the Browns be so dumb as to pass on one of these Buckeyes? Answer, probably.
Oh, my goodness. Say it ain't so, Joe. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but we'll find out. The draft is always a lot of fun.
Yeah, but going back to that big trade, obviously a big blockbuster trade right before this whole thing starts. The Dexter Lawrence. I mean, if you've got a number 10 pick, you're not going to do better than a Dexter Lawrence. So that was a good thing for the Bengals, but also a good thing for the Giants. I mean, to have number 5 and number 10 going into Thursday, not a bad thing either.
No, not at all. For the Bengals, certainly help needed at the line of scrimmage, both on the offensive line, but defensive line too, as they lost Trey Hendrickson. They're all-pro D-end, edge rusher, but they get a little different help there on the D-line now. But for the Giants, it really gives you a lot of flexibility in what you want to do and who you want to pick up. And the other thing is you can get talented players relatively cheap. I know they're first-round picks, but, you've got them on rookie contracts where you can really start collecting and hoarding talent that is relatively cheap for the NFL.
Obviously, when you look at the draft, we're looking at what that's going to do for the Cleveland Browns, what it's going to do for the NFL teams that are picking these guys. But you get 3 guys in the top 10 when you start looking at the Buckeyes and what that does for recruiting in the months and years ahead. That kind of thing is a game changer. Not like we need it, but it definitely keeps that reputation right where you need it to be, right?
Absolutely. And, the other thing, Sonny Styles had an incredible combine. I mean, just the stuff that he measured out at, in the 40-yard dash that he ran and at his size and all that kind of stuff, incredible. I think people maybe not likely to take a linebacker in the top 10, but who knows? Maybe they'll get 4 taken.
Oh, my goodness. Wouldn't that be amazing?
You just never know.
Yeah.
But for the Browns, I would say myself, this is what I think the Browns need to do. They need to take a receiver at number 6. If Carnell Tate is there at number 6, I would say you take Carnell Tate and then take an offensive lineman. They have the 24th overall pick. I would take an offensive lineman there, but they'll probably do the opposite.
They never listen to you, Father Matt.
No, they don't. I mean, the other thing, it'd be really tempting for them to take Caleb Downs at safety. I said to friends a couple months ago, if he were to end up like Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu, boy, to pass up on a player like that, not saying he's going to, but, if he were to end up like either one of those guys, it'd be hard to pass up on him.
Well, I know you wanted to take the last couple minutes to do a deep dive into the NBA playoffs, so we didn't want to miss that opportunity.
Oh, I can hardly. This is what I've been waiting for all along. And, this much I'll say. Somehow got to watching clips on YouTube of interviews, and now these guys are all going to be a little biased to their own era, but Charles Barkley, he came out and he said in some interview at some point, Michael Jordan clearly better than LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he came out and said, there's no doubt Michael Jordan better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And then Larry Bird picked his all-time starting 5.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron not on it. Larry Bird's starting 5 was Magic Johnson at point guard, MJ, Michael Jordan, himself. Larry picked himself.
Yeah, of course. That's great.
Big surprise. Tim Duncan at power forward, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the center. So that'd be a pretty good team.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, that's a hard team to beat. I'd like to see the 5 that are going to play against that team and beat them.
Yeah, that's right. So what's going on in the NBA playoffs? They're playing.
Yeah.
The Cavs, I think, played last night. I didn't pay attention. Now, the Pistons might be in there too, but I did not pay attention. Cavs are up 2 games to none.
Oh, good.
We've got hockey going on. So there's all sorts of fun going on, but it's really all about football and baseball.
That's true. That's true. A lot of big stuff. Father Matt, always a pleasure, and it's always pretty eye-opening. And we're going to watch AJ because I think he's going to be a great pitcher. He was throwing 96, 97 miles an hour pitches and so forth.
He even hit 98 a couple times last night.
Just amazing.
And I want to say this. I don't know if you guys followed this, but Sam Smith, 8th grade there at London Junior High, London, Ohio, won both the discus and the shot put yesterday, and by quite the measure, and I got to see him live. That's my grandson, by the way.
All right.
Yeah, first place. Nicely done. Yeah. Doing well. So.
Now, did you like shout embarrassing things?
The whole time. Every single time.
Father Matt Frisbee, Sports Roundup, thank you.
Thank you. God bless.